morning, Ford. Your eyes look so red. Have you been crying?
Well, yes.
Ford handed Johnny the photo album.
It makes sense now. Sorry, Ford. I feel for you. I really do.
Nico found the album, and I'm kind of glad he did. It's brought back so much nostalgia.
You really miss him, don't you?
What do you think?
Yeah, I shouldn't have even asked. Sorry.
The memories have faded a lot. I just wanted to relive them once again.
I totally understand that.
He was a big part of my life, of course.
Would your reaction be different if something happened to someone you'd known for longer than 3 years?
Johnny, you're worried that Yvonne isn't going to stop, aren't you?
Well, yes.
And to answer your question, yes, I think I'd be slightly more heartbroken. But also because I'm older now than I was then, and I'm more aware, so things affect me more.
I get that.
You see, if something happened to Amber, I'd be devastated. But Dad died when I was 3. I didn't know anything about the world or death, and it would be a different experience.
I wish I had longer with my dad, too.
I guess we both have something we can empathize over. And Johnny, you were asking because of a car accident, weren't you?
I'm not going to say no.
Johnny, of course I care about you. You're my best friend, and if anything happened to you, I would be distraught, and I'd never get over it. You know that.
I know. If you didn't care, you wouldn't have been really upset when I ran out of the house that Sunday to meet Eliana. You wanted to sincerely apologize. I could tell.
You could?
Yes, it was blatantly obvious.
I'd do things differently if I relived my life.
Would you still want to meet me?
Oh, of course.
Thank goodness for that. I was terrified that you'd say no for a second.
I'd never.
At least someone cares.
Many people care, but you only meet the people who are true to you. People have to earn your trust, and I didn't listen to that advice.
It's in the past, and you've learned your lesson now. Don't worry. And yes, people do have to earn my trust. I don't trust anyone now.
I don't blame you. Breakfast?
Sure.
Any advice? It's my second day in school, as Eliana forced me to stay imprisoned on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Keep a low profile. Pretend to be my sister. Or friend, if anyone asks. Not that you aren't my friend, of course.
I can do that.
Don't mention Eliana to anyone. Except Lewis. He'll be fine. And don't say that you're my cousin. Assumptions will be made fairly quickly. People like Ford, they don't like me.
You seem really nice, though.
Popularity is a game, honestly. To a lot of people, niceness isn't always the most defining factor of the person.
You deserve lots of friends.
I'm alright with Lewis, my brother, and you. I don't really talk to anyone else except Madison.
I don't particularly like talking to lots of people either. I see why you like quiet time.
Yeah, I really do. I'll introduce you to Lewis. He's a project right now.
Amber.
Morning, Lewis. This is Rylan, a relative of mine.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
You kind of remind me of Eliana.
How I act or look.
Fortunately, only how you look.
Fortunately?
You seem way nicer than her, which is a good thing.
Lewis, she's Eliana's sister, and the reason Eliana got arrested. Just don't tell anyone this. A lot of people have got the frame of mind, like mother, like daughter.
You can trust me. I won't tell anyone. And you're the reason Eliana got arrested?
Yes.
Ford's probably quite pleased about that.
I think so, but he does have many other things to worry about. Will Ford ever have a normal life?
With Yvonne as an aunt? No.
Fair point.
It's bad enough having her as an aunt, but when she's your mother?
Another fair point.
Try living with her.
I wouldn't want to.
I don't blame you.
So where are you going to be living now?
The police said that I'll live with the closest relative now. Ford seemed quite happy about that.
He doesn't like the atmosphere in the house right now. An extra person would make it better for him, honestly.
All right then, I guess.
Shall we head to class?
Sure.
Lewis, are you coming? We're all in the same class.
Of course.
So, you've suddenly taken an interest in what I do?
Maybe that is the case, but it dawned on me that I haven't been a nice person.
I know that. You've been seriously protective and rude and mean since Dad died.
You're not wrong.
I like this new Freddy, he's sweet.
Well, I wanted to change.
Good for you.
I never knew you were really interested in photography.
And I never knew you could be a nice person.
Very funny, Lily.
No need to be sarcastic.
You.
What does she want?
What do I want? I'll tell you what I want.
Go ahead then.
Don't ever talk to Ford again. I don't care if you want to be friends. He doesn't like you. Get over it.
Last time I heard that you and him were having a shouting contest in the corridor, and you made him cry. If you're telling me what to do, think about yourself first. You need to apologize.
I'm not taking orders from a girl like you who doesn't know the difference between right and wrong.
I think you should go.
And who are you?
Liliana's brother.
Stop hanging out with your sister and make some actual friends. If she can't make friends, that's her problem. Not surprised, to be honest.
That's not her fault. And from what I see, you're a bully.
Why am I a bully?
Well, you bullied your cousin, you bullied Ford, and you're now bullying my sister.
Wow. Gossip gets around fast.
At least I'm not just a plain bully.
I'm gonna go now.
Livie walks off. Liliana and Freddie trade glances.
What is her problem?
She's 18. She should know better, but don't worry about it.
I won't, and she can't dictate what I do. If Ford changes his mind, then she can't stop me talking to him.
And for your sake, I hope he doesn't.
Freddie, I swear you need to stop this.
Stop what?
Stop praying that things will turn out the opposite of how I want them, just to protect me.
Sorry, I just care about you.
It's fine, let's go.
What are you doing now?
Checking my emails. What does it look like I'm doing?
Anything exciting?
Ford doesn't speak. His face turns a ghostly white.
Ford? You just went seriously pale. Oh my gosh, are you okay?
I have an email from an anonymous sender.
What does it say?
I know about your dad? Who knows? Who knows about my dad? And how? What?
Ford, calm down. I'm sure it's someone messing with you.
It seems serious though.
Ignore it. If they won't speak to you in person, that's their problem. And who else other than Rose knows about Nate?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Ford, honestly, I feel like I should talk to Rose.
It won't change anything though.
Maybe she'll listen to your best friend.
She listens to nothing and nobody except her new boyfriend.
Nico?
Yes, she only listens to him.
Then once I've spoken to Rose and we've proven that, we'll speak to Nico.
At least he listens to me.
At least one adult does.
So what are you planning to do?
I'll go and talk to Rose today.
You're not well, Johnny.
I can walk a few feet.
My house is further than a few feet away. It's like 2 miles away.
Then you can help me.
Johnny, please think radically. This is impossible.
Nothing's impossible. You're going to take me to Rose after lunch.
I am not going to take you to Mom after lunch.
You are.
Johnny, stop being so stubborn and determined.
Why should I?
When you have your mind set on something, you never give up.
Of course I don't.
Fine, whatever. But don't blame me when everything goes wrong.
I wouldn't.
Promise that?
Definitely.
Another new day. Time to cause chaos.
Can we have a day where you don't cause chaos?
Highly unlikely, Edward.
What's so fun about chaos, though?
That's a question I don't really have an answer to. I just do.
Louisiana, do you remember when we were younger?
What do you mean, when we were younger?
The time when you were like 8 or 9?
I don't want to remember that time of my life.
Okay then, do you remember how life was when you were 7?
Mildly.
You were top of the class, very smart, and you always did the right thing.
That just isn't me anymore.
What changed? Chloe's death or you being bullied? I'd love to know which one it is.
Neither of those factors changed anything.
You and Chloe were close, and now to you, it's like she never existed. That isn't right.
She's dead now. It doesn't matter, Edward.
You can't just dismiss her memory like that. It's okay to cry. You don't have to hide your heartbreak.
I can do what I want.
Chloe wouldn't have wanted life to turn out like this.
Not my problem.
I wish things could go back to how they were. We lived happily then.
Well, it can't.
I know it'll never fully go back to normal, but you could at least make an effort.
I don't care, Edward.
The girls at school didn't treat you right, but if it was really that bad, then you'd know what being a victim is like. And you wouldn't victimize someone else. You know how it feels.
That doesn't mean anything.
Suit yourself, but just remember what I told you.
I won't.
Seeing Johnny today?
Maybe, but I can't see him all the time. And I do want him and Ford to have alone time. They need each other.
That makes sense. Need any advice from me?
Well, actually, yeah. kind of want to, ask him out, and I'm not sure if he likes me, and I wouldn't be sure how to say it.
Just follow your heart.
What do you mean?
You love him. Simple. So go for it. If you don't do it, you might not have another chance. You need to have courage. I can assure you he likes you. If he does, he won't say no.
I guess.
You're scared he'll deny, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
He won't. Trust me. Go ahead and ask him. I promise it'll be worth it.
You're 100% sure?
No, I'm 1,000% sure.
Alright, I might ask tomorrow. Good enough?
Good enough for me.
After lunch, Ford helps Johnny out of the house without Lila knowing.
Why did I agree to this? And if Lila finds out, she'll blame me.
I'm getting much better, Ford, and I'll tell Mom it was my idea.
She'll still blame it on me, because you're going to see my mom.
Ford, no, that's not...
Admit it.
Whatever.
Let's just get this over with, then.
I think I'm quite enjoying the fresh air.
Stop being stubborn, come on.
Ford, does Rose dislike me?
Never mentions you. Wouldn't know, I've never asked.
I barely see her. It almost feels like she's non-existent.
She feels non-existent to me, too. Feeling is mutual.
She's your mum, though. That's just so strange.
I get on with it. You should accept it, too.
Your own mum isn't supposed to blank you all the time and yell at you whenever you ask a simple question.
You can't change it, Johnny.
That's why we're going to approach her.
You're gonna regret this.
I know I won't.
Again, stubborn.
I never give up, Ford, and you shouldn't either.
I gave up 8 years ago, Johnny.
I feel so bad for you.
The first time I ever heard the word death was the day after my dad's death. No one used that word around me.
So you've always been kept in the dark about the world?
Mom knew what her father was like, and she didn't want him to turn on me or me to learn some of his ways. She wanted to protect me from everything. And yes, I get that, but by age 3, I didn't even know what death was.
Your dad's death was a shock then?
Very much so.
I wish I could heal the pain.
The pain will always be there. It's just lessened as I've got older. I was learning to move on until I was told that there was more to his death than I already knew, which is nothing. But then again, I never questioned anybody.
Why not?
I was young and innocent. I never thought twice about it. I let it slip. But as I got older, I started to think about it more, and I became more aware.
That adds up. Oh look, we're here.
The two of them step onto the doorstep. Ford glances at Johnny, who rings the doorbell.
Let's see if she answers.
Nico answers the door.
Ford? Johnny?
Hey, Nico. Mom in?
Surprised you want to speak to her.
It's important.
Very important.
Do you want me to bring her out here?
Yes, please.
All right.
Nico comes out with Rose a minute later before disappearing back inside.
Ford.
Mom.